Today we are reviewing the PlayStation VR headset. It's the first generation. There is a second generation for PlayStation 5 only, but here's a few tips, tricks, pros and cons. With the PlayStation VR, it was quite hard to set up. There's a lot of wires, and when you're using the VR headset, the TV screen is blank. So everything you see, literally, one second. Yeah, everything you see literally comes through. Trying to do the best shot. Yeah, basically everything comes through these kind of two eyepieces. It's pros. It's brilliant for movies. It's like being in a cinema. The only negative thing is for your audio, you only can attach this cord for your audio device. So, for example, if you've got over-the-ear headphones, for example, even though, it's hard to wear over-the-ear headphones with a VR headset, if you have a USB connection for your audio device, you're kind of screwed. But yeah, going back to the VR, great if you're watching TV, if you're watching films. It's like being in an IMAX theater. It's fucking amazing. So yeah, if you want to watch films, the VR is fucking amazing. There is a lot of wiring involved. I haven't quite sorted out the wiring yet, and it was kind of complicated to set up. But now I've done it, I've got the hang of it. And obviously there's these two lenses. It pulls back to adjust to this. 1 second. Yeah, basically there's a button you can press to adjust the size of your head. This is the first generation. There is a generation 2 on the PS5, but yeah, if you want to watch films, it's a must-have. It's like being at an IMAX theater. I've played a couple of games with it. I'm actually currently downloading a couple of VR-specific games, even though you can use the VR headset. Currently, I'm using the PlayStation controller. I haven't actually connected these two handheld gizmos. Basically, like on top of the TV, there's a camera. It's kind of like the Wii. Oh shit! I nearly dropped that then. And in the game, you would set it up, and you could slice someone if you was killing a zombie. They're kind of like the equivalent to the nunchucks you get on the Wii. I haven't connected these up yet, but now the second generation VR headset is available on PS5. The first generation has gone down a lot in price. I went to cash converters, and it was marked up at £79.99. The manager gave it to me for £75, so I can't complain at that. But yeah, if you've got a PlayStation, then I would suggest getting a VR headset. Um, it looks a bit awkward, but once you actually put it on, it is reasonably comfortable. I will admit that. Um, and yeah, I'm still finding out how to connect these bad boys up. I'm holding a phone with one hand, but imagine playing a game and you can stab people, slice them. Like, it's good for zombie games. There's a Walking Dead game that I want to download, but a lot of the time when you're using a VR headset, you can't see what's happening on the TV screen, even though sometimes it does come up on the TV. But then again, if you're wearing the VR headset, then you can't see the TV anyway, so that defeats the object. But yeah, PSVR, second hand, I would advise getting. They're cheap now, the second generation's come out. I'll give it a solid 9 out of 10, or 4.5 stars out of 5. But yeah, I've been wanting to get one for ages, but I've just never got around to doing it. I finished work kind of late, and I've just been big up Shah Sultana. You just talk with emojis, yeah. But I'm so used to playing the PS4. My PS5. I don't know if this is compatible, but I connected it up to my PS4 because on my PS4 I've got most of my games downloaded on the 4. Um, I'm assuming it would work on the PS5, but there is a PS5 version. But yeah, 75 quid I paid for it, and comes with a 12-month warranty from Cash Converters, or some people call it crack converters. But yeah, it's pretty neat. As I said, the only down point is the audio is only from a universal jack. So currently I'm using these headphones with this jack, and if you've got a nice set of headphones and they come with a USB, you're screwed. So basically, your audio is coming through any device you have with this jack, and these are okay. These are Apple. Sorry, they're not Apple. Sorry. Apple don't have that jack, but yeah, they're a reasonable pair of earphones, and audio quality is pretty good. So yeah, PSVR, as I said, 9 out of 10, 4.5 stars out of 5. Yeah, definitely good for films. 100%. It's like being in a cinema. Yeah, it's like being in an IMAX theater, and you've got the best seat in house, and yeah, it takes a couple of minutes for you to fully adjust to. Yeah, it takes your eyes a couple of minutes to adjust, but it's like, for example, if you wear glasses, for example, and you're new to wearing glasses, but I'm gonna watch a video on how to connect these bad boys up. But yeah, PSVR first generation, second hand, good value for money, and a great addition to a PlayStation console. Big up. Enjoy your weekend.